Do you think your life's going to get any easier? Or do you think that you're just going to have to get better at handling stress? What is going on? How is everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Risen Fallen podcast. I am your host, Mark Henriksen, and if you're brand new to the show, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and how to get your life moving in the right direction. It is a beautiful spring day here in Vancouver, BC, and the sun is shining. There is some freaking bald eagles flying around outside today. We saw a total of 6 of them just kind of circling around the neighborhood in the morning. And then I just saw them actually going for a walk with Teddy as well. And so, yeah, we're on a walk. We're on a walk today. We're just kind of, it's kind of been a little bit of a slower day today. I had a little bit less work to do. It's Tuesday as I record this, but it'll be Thursday when this comes out. But, I had a little bit of a slow day with work today, so I ended up just kind of spending a little bit more time working out, lifting weights, kind of hanging around the house, doing chores, like just cleaning and folding laundry, that kind of stuff. And so, just did a little bit of work around the house here, went and picked up some lumber for a job, and then took the trailer to the dump, and then just chilling out. So, other than that, I've just been working out and handling some chores, and so I thought I'd just come on here and chat with you guys for a little bit. And so, went on a walk with Teddy, and it was a beautiful spring day. Like I said, it's like sun is shining, there's beautiful blue skies. It's finally warming up, which is beautiful for me because I absolutely hate being cold. So I'm pretty excited for the sun to start coming out here and start getting warmer here. Definitely something that I'm looking forward to. But the reason I want to come on here today is I wanted to talk about one of the things that Teddy and I were talking about, just kind of as we were going for a walk. And one of the things we were talking about is, how sometimes like people in their lives, they'll start to have that like just kind of stressful, anxious energy. And it lingers around kind of a household and passes on to other people that are around you. And, even your pets and like your cat, your dog, like they pick up on those types of things. Like I've always kind of thought in my head, like show me an anxious dog and you'll also find an anxious owner. Like, we just typically that stressful, anxious energy passes on. It's like, it's contagious. We pass it on from person to person to our pets to, everyone we interact with. And, everyone kind of always, rightly looks at people that are stressed out and anxious and you think, that could easily be me. Maybe you look at them and you think that could easily be me. Maybe sometimes you look at them and you judge them and you think, wow, I never act like that. Like I never do that. And, at the end of the day, we all get anxious. We all get stressed out. We all get frustrated or confused or whatever it is. And we're going to have those times in our lives. And sometimes it is going to get the better of us. And we're going to react in ways that we're not proud of and do things that we don't really like. And we're going to have to apologize for and deal with the repercussions of our actions because, just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you can act and behave in a disrespectful manner. And so it like, obviously, like I said, we are all going to slip up. We are all going to make mistakes, but obviously as well, we have to, be responsible for our actions and behaviors. And so one of the things that we were kind of talking about is like, life is just so unpredictable. Like there's always going to be something that's unpredictable that's going to happen, and things are going to, stress us out and make us confused or make us anxious or make us angry or make us sad or whatever it could be. And I think a lot of the times, one of the things that is helpful is giving yourself a little bit of grace, forgiving yourself, and saying, okay, like it is what it is. I made a mistake, and I'm not I'm just human. I'm not perfect. I am flawed, and it's okay. But it really is only okay if you learn from that mistake. And so when you think about, like, how could I get better at not having those negative reactions? How could I improve on that? You kind of have to like sit and think and visualize. And this is something that I've kind of personally done because I kind of have had to deal with, anger issues in the past, and lashing out. And, there's a part of me that, still sees myself in that. And sometimes that's even why I don't, have as much grace for other people when they're reacting in certain ways. Because I see that a part of that, like, of my past self in that. And then, that makes me sad or angry. And, anyways, thanks for going down that road with me. But, yeah, I just think that, I think that if we can look at our lives and visualize, one of the tools that really helped me is to, when I sat down and journaled, I would kind of visualize who I wanted to be in the future. And I knew that I didn't want to be an angry person. I knew that I didn't want to have arguments all the time. I knew that I didn't want to have to apologize for things I regret doing. And I didn't want to do things that I regret doing. I didn't want to say things that I regret saying. And I wanted to be able to control my reactions and to control my behaviors. And so I started journaling those things, and then anytime I'd have reactions that I wasn't proud of, I would journal about that, and just kind of develop that. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect or that I've figured it out, but what I am saying is you can kind of visualize these and anticipate situations, and start to plan, okay, when this happens, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to have this plan, then I'm going to, I got a plan B or a plan C. And, I think that that's one, brilliant way to deal with that. And then I think the other way that you can kind of start to deal with it is understanding that, life isn't going to get less stressful as you get older. The more responsibility that you take on, the more stressful it's going to get, the more that you'll have to lose. You get, when you're single and when you're young and, you don't have much, to your name, then really you don't really have much to stress about. You create your own problems. When you don't have much to stress about, you'll create your own stress. And so as life gets more and more, you accept more responsibility and you get more cool things in your life as well, because that comes with, being able to handle responsibility. As you get cooler things. And so you get, a partner, you get married, you have children, you get a house, you get, you have a career, maybe you have a business, you have all these things. And with all of those cool things you get to enjoy, you obviously sometimes have to deal with a lot more stress. Each one of those things can stress you out in different ways. And so understanding that as life grows on and you grow and you go through this journey, there's going to be more and more things that are going to stress you out. And so you kind of have to consciously decide, am I going to be a person that's anxious and stressed all the time? Or am I going to be somebody that's, stoic and gets emotional, because we're all human. We all get emotional, but somebody that's stoic in the sense that they don't let their emotions or their feelings, their temporary feelings, create permanent issues in their life. They don't react to them in certain ways or behave in certain ways that they feel like, or people around them feel like, are unacceptable. And so I just want to kind of wrap it up there and just kind of understand, like, just say, like, think about the person you'd like to be in the future and visualize that end game for yourself, and think about where your shortcomings are now and how you can bridge that gap, understanding that, life isn't going to get less stressful. It's just going to get more and more stressful because you're accepting more and more responsibility. And with that responsibility comes the perks of better things in your life and deeper joy. But it also comes with more stress. And so you're going to have to become someone that's more formidable that can deal with that stress. And so on that note, I'll check in with you guys on Monday. Just wanted to give you something that you can kind of think about or ponder on for the end of your week. And hope you guys are doing well. So I'll see you on Monday. Much love. Peace out. Love you all. Thank you for listening. Bye.